And here's where it gets frustrating. Debbie is a beautiful 38-year-old with an absolutely fantastic body. She keeps herself trim, although her ass is definitely full-size and is a veritable showstopper. I worship that thing like nobody's business, as does probably every guy she walks past. And here is where most of my frustration lies. For reasons unbeknownst to me, Debbie has basically deemed her ass off limits. And by off limits, I'm not just talking about anal sex. I'm talking about fondling, spooning, even just staring at it. It's maddening. I could understand her ass aversion if hers wasn't any good. But Jesus, it's fucking incredible. It drives me bonkers every time I so much as try to give it a good squeeze and then have my hand slapped away. And that doesn't just bum me out. It kills my libido as well. I'm always left thinking something like, if I were my dad, I'd be having all the fun I want with my wife's behind, whenever I want. Sadly, I'm not my dad. And this doesn't just depress the hell out of me. It has pissed him off for years to see me suffer. He's yelled and screamed at me to grow some balls and take charge of that woman. But to no avail. I don't know. Maybe through some bizarre twist of fate, Debbie wound up with my dad's genes instead of me. Anyway, after the cake and ice cream were taken care of and the coffee was brewed, we all carried our plates and cups out into the living room so I could open my gifts. And it was a repeat of the cake scenario. Debbie just stood off to the side, gabbing in the ear of my sister Laura, while everyone else oohed and awed every shirt, men's accessory, and gift card I held up, for all of 5 minutes. Then there she was, taking over once again. Tom, Jesus Christ, how are you going to be able to send thank you cards to the right person if you don't put the card with the gift? Here, let me handle this. You just open the gifts and I'll do the rest. And watch that plate on the armrest. I'm sure that Tom Sr. and Barb don't want cake and ice cream all over this rug. Or your coffee either. How in God's name are you going to keep it from spilling when you have it wedged between your legs like that? Then, oh my God, you have frosting on your shirt cuff already? Oh, that's fine. I just love doing more laundry. I guess it could be said that this was where Debbie apparently crossed a line. Everyone was looking on pityingly as she carried on. It was uncomfortable, actually. I mean, I'm used to it, and it was still uncomfortable and embarrassing. But for many of the others here, I'm sure it was even more disturbing. And it was the point at which my dad snapped. "Debbie," he shouted, setting his coffee cup down, "I have had just about enough of you today. And I'm sure that I speak for everyone here that haranguing my Tom on his birthday of all days is inappropriate and unwelcome." He got up off the couch and went over to an empty dining room chair that had been brought in for extra seating. Then he picked it up and carried it to the center of the room. That was when my body stiffened, and my cock. I knew that look on his face. And the chair, it could only mean one thing. Oh God, I couldn't believe this. He placed a chair at sort of an angle, then sat down. Then, with a voice as cold as death, he leveled his gaze at her as she stared open-mouthed. "It's high time we put a stop to this rude, dismissive, nagging, insensitive, bossy behavior of yours. First of all, throughout history, it has always been the man who runs the household, not the wife. I don't know where you picked up this disturbing behavior of yours, but as this is my home, and these are our guests, I have no intention of tolerating it for another second. Now get off that bottom of yours and come over here this instant." His voice reverberated off the walls and vaulted ceiling. Everyone looked back and forth from Debbie to my dad, their heads moving.